to start things off, it would be beneficial to know a bit of how we got here, how technology has progressed in the past to get us to this point through understanding a short history and maybe a timeline. The idea of AI is actually quite old, dating back thousands of years through myths and legends describing artificial beings granted intelligence by people like craftsmen. Fast forward to the 1900s, and we start seeing the concept of computer AI as the first general purpose computer, or the ENIAC, was completed in 1945. Just 5 years after this, in 1950, Alan Turing published Computer, Machinery, and Intelligence. And this was the foundations of the Turing test, which is a common test used to measure the intelligence of computers. Another 5 years after that, John McCarthy held a workshop at Dartmouth on artificial intelligence, and this kind of popularized the phrase. And in 1961, we have the first instance of an industrial robot called the Unimate, replacing humans on an assembly line for General Motors in New Jersey. Fast forward to the 1970s and 80s, we have the beginnings of autonomous vehicles, and there was a bit of a lull in development in the early 90s, but in 1997, we have the chess AI Deep Blue developed by IBM that managed to beat the world chess champion at the time, Garry Kasparov, becoming the first program to ever beat a human chess champion. As a bit of a marker to keep these dates grounded, the first iPhone was released in 2007. So we have all of these developments pre-iPhone. And we got Siri in 2011, along with the Watson, another program made by IBM that managed to win Jeopardy! There were some strides made in image recognition in 2012 when researchers from Google trained neural networks to recognize cats. And in the past few years, we have had a lot of developments like OpenAPI's ChatGPT in 2020, which is capable of generating very human-like text, and DALL-E from the same company in 2021, which is capable of processing and understanding photos. Now, I'll give you guys the opportunity to think about some examples or even use some of the programs that you have at your disposal to come up with maybe some other examples of AI in modern times. Feel free to put your hands up if you want to say something or put your responses in the chat. Maybe you can think of some big companies like Google or Bing, maybe some stuff that you've heard in the news. Maybe one relevant example is I don't know if you guys have this new Windows update, but it comes with Copilot for Microsoft Edge, I think, which is an AI kind of assistant. Shazam. Yeah, that's definitely a program that uses a lot of the same things that AI does. Yeah. So Grammarly, also a great example, natural text language processing, which is great. There's a lot of AI in cybersecurity nowadays, a lot of tech industries, even finance. So yeah, these are all great examples. I'm sure you've all heard of stuff like ChatGPT, Deep Blue, maybe even Watson, but there are a lot of phrases that often go along with AI that would be helpful to know about too.